All right, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is about to cease operations effective September 30th of this year, and that is due to in part by federal fundings being cut from it. And you know what? I'm here to say this right here. I'm afraid the CPB is basically a money laundering organization anyway. And the truth was, the interesting tidbit about them is that they boldly claim that they are, if you ever watch any PBS programming, especially PBS Kids programming, you'll see this underlining at the bottom of that splash screen or that little bumper on there. It'll say, quote, "a private corporation funded by the American people." However, that bold statement they like to claim has been completely far from the truth. So all in all, they are ceasing operations effective September 30th of this year. And quite for good reason, because like with PBS and NPR being defunded, literally CPB had it coming. Now I will say this: PBS and NPR will likely still be in business, despite being defunded from the federal government. CPB, on the other hand, is obviously toast. Now, but I will also say this verbatim too: if PBS and NPR still wants to remain on the air, even though they have a crap ton of PBS stations out there, they can be funded by specific individual. Hell, if you really think about it, they already get funding from various underwriters, from other underwriters like I don't know, it's a lot of other underwriters that PBS and NPR get funding from within their programming. So yes, so literally starting September 30th, the people who work for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting will be handed out pink slips. They're going to say to those employees at CPB, good luck finding a new job. But the truth is, CPB has been nothing more than a money laundering organization, and they literally have been taking a lot of funding from our tax dollars. So all in all, it's literally the taxpayer who's literally funding them. Your average American taxpayer, not necessarily someone, not necessarily funded by funded by anyone else. You know, we're spending our tax dollars for an organization where they send those funds to network, to public broadcasting networks, which obviously have been pushing a lot of progressive leftist propaganda as of recent history. I talked about it in the video why PBS and NPR were defunded. Were defunded. And I literally talked about it, and I remember talking about it 5 years ago. Back in the height of the pandemic, when PBS Kids programming were infiltrated with certain subject matter, like that episode of Arthur where Ratburn and his male lover ended up getting married. Why? But I'm getting off topic. But that's really what I'm saying. That's literally what I got to say about this. Do you think the Corporation for Public Broadcasting was a money laundering organization, just to fund organizations where they shell out leftist propaganda? And do you also think that because the CPB is ceasing operations within next month, within the end of next month, do you also think that this would put PBS and NPR on life support, even though, in my humble opinion, they were already on life support anyway? You tell me your thoughts. You tell me your opinions. I'm Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Get Thunder. I'm signing off. You guys have a wonderful day.